Hey guys, Angie Atkinson here. I am so excited because I am just about to leave tomorrow on a trip to Hollywood. Well, LA anyway. But here's the exciting thing. So, I told you last week about how my husband is related to Marilyn Monroe, right? And I told you how his adoption story is so crazy, right? So, today I'm going to kind of go over the adoption story with you really quickly, and I'm going to explain to you what we know so far about the shoot. I'm so excited. Okay, let's do it. All right, so let's start with the adoption story, okay? So, as you can see on my screen here, this is what I claimed I was showing you last week and did not end up showing you. This is Atkinson Today. It's a little website that we have that actually it's kind of a redone website. We used to have another one called something else, and then we had, of course, the one that we have on blogger.com, which still exists. But basically, what this is a kind of a chronicle of our search and a place where I was able to kind of put together a lot of the documentation that I had so that it was there and available to me if I needed to show it to someone or have it for any reason. All right. So, what I have here is the story. So, what we know, or what we knew when I wrote this, was that he was born on or about June 6, 1972. And within hours of his birth, he was found by a passerby in a telephone booth at a 7-Eleven store, which is located in Kansas City, Kansas. This was June 7th, 1972. And as far as we know, we've always celebrated his birthday on June 6th, 1972, because at the time, they guessed him to be about 12 hours old. So that gave us kind of a good feel for the approximate date of birth. Okay. Of course, we don't really know that. We just are assuming because of this is what we were told all along. Um, anyway, according to an article we found about his situation, which I'll show you in a moment, he was supposed to be taken into a foster home until authorities could either locate his mother or his birth family, or until he could be adopted. Now, it turns out he was adopted by his adoptive parents originally on June 20th, 1972. Now, that was actually completed like August 10th, 1972, which, if you know anything about adoption, that's rather fast, and especially interesting was the fact that he did not, they never found any birth parents at that time. They simply signed him over, some police officer signed him over to his parents. So I thought that was interesting. But anyway, Bill's adopted father passed away when he was 12. So I unfortunately never got to meet him, but I've heard wonderful things about him. And his adoptive mother continued to raise him. Of course, he was always loved, cared for, and generally treated very well by his family. And in fact, to this day, even though his mother unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, really has no desire to replace them. But we've always wanted to know about his birth family. Okay, we did obtain Bill's original birth certificate from the state of Kansas, and of course his name was basically John Doe. It was listed as Stephen Michael Doe, and we assume the name was given to him by someone who found him. So that was probably the nurse or the hospital, and maybe the foster family. We really don't know where that name came from, unfortunately, and I wish that we did. Bill's mother told us when she was still alive that she and her husband went to a home in Kansas City, like a person's home, an individual home, to visit. And a judge who happened to be a friend of theirs showed up with Bill, the little blonde haired, blue eyed, perfect baby boy you see pictured here. Of course, he was a newborn at that time. So, what's interesting about that is that's obviously not a standard way to go, okay? Anyway, uh, sometime later, Bill's parents who adopted him, went to the courthouse with the baby, Bill, and met with a social worker who produced a semi detailed report about the visit. We have a copy of it, and I think it's actually on this site right now, but if it's not, I can put that up soon. And, you know, it's very strange. So the Atkinsons, who were my husband's adoptive parents, obviously, left the courthouse that day with him with the adoption approved. Like I said, it was finalized on August 10th of the same year, just under a month later. Again, I think that's really fast for an adoption. I think there's a lot of craziness going on here. But uh, basically, there was no paper trail. Okay, and so when I met my husband 12 years ago, the I was given the ability to. I'm sorry, I'm shaking my head because my daughter's knocking on my door and she knows I'm recording. So there's a candid moment for you. Anyway, so with the adoption approved, by August 10th, of the same year, just under a month after he was given to his parents, um, you know, I just find it all very interesting. Anyway, so it was finalized. And since the first time I met my husband, I talked about this in the last video. I've been very curious about the birth family. Once I gave birth to his children, however, my curiosity changed from, let's solve that mystery and to somehow an intense need to know who the biological parents were. Bill never tried to search on his own before, but when I told him about my search and I showed him what I found, he gave me his blessing and he was supportive of my efforts. In fact, he even agreed to take a DNA test. Now, when I originally wrote this, we had hoped to find someone who was biologically related to him, or who might have information about him and his biological family. So that's what happened. Then, so we wrote this, we did this. Gosh, I guess it's about 2 years ago, or little over 2 years ago. Here's what's really interesting today, though. So it's almost 2 years ago to the day, if you can see this, and you can see the date here, June 13th, 2014, that we received the DNA test in the mail. I was so excited because, and as you can see, my comment at that time was, I'm seriously considering doing one. Well, I did one too, and that was really cool because I found out a lot of really neat things about myself. But what is really fun about this particular situation is that this little kit right here from Ancestry.com may have just given Bill a family. I mean, anyway, so let's get to it. So, long story short, I already told you about the people before who we met and we thought were the people, but weren't the people. Okay, that's in the last video. The lady, she had a child born on the same day, the same blood type, same location or similar location, close enough location, etc., etc. Even had gone into a coma for a week after her baby was born, and so therefore we fully thought this has got to be the one because she didn't know what happened to her baby, and didn't make sense to us that a mother would leave a baby in a phone booth. Although I still don't know that that's the case at this point because so many things have been confusing. Okay. All right, so that was that. That was our DNA test that we got on June 13th. Wow, 2014. That is 2 years today. Today's June 13th, 2016. How freaking awesome. Okay, pardon me. All right, so what it comes down to is this, okay? So Bill and I have been invited to be part of an Ancestry.com commercial because of the Marilyn Monroe connection. What you're looking at in front of you, I'm super excited. I'm such a nerd, but again, I got permission from the ancestry people to talk about this stuff, so I think it's okay. It's really exciting to me. What we have done is, we've been talking. It's crazy. I can't believe how much work goes into Hollywood crap, you guys. It's so much, and I haven't even showed up to LA yet. But I've got forms to fill out and papers to do and all these things. But anyway, this is the fun part. So this lady right here, well, not this lady right here, a lady who I would show you a photo of her, but I don't have permission to do that. She's gorgeous though. She is our costuming person. She's doing the wardrobe. She's doing the wardrobe for the commercial, and I was really excited because it turns out that they're putting me, of all people, into a Marilyn Monroe type role. Now, this picture right here is me. This is from a costume that I wore for Halloween last year. I was actually in Maryland for Halloween. It was super fun. And this is a picture of Bill and I when we were I guess this was a few months ago. And what they're going to do, the concept is that they're going to do a Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe deal. I'm so excited. So it's going to be kind of a vintagey. I don't know all the details. I'm super excited. I heard there's 3 scenes. I heard I get to be in all 3 scenes, and I'm very I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I'm so honored that they're considering us for this. So stay tuned. I will keep you posted. I'm hoping to live stream while I'm gone, but I don't know how I'm going to do that to YouTube. I've been looking. I tried to get into the YouTube beta thing, but I don't think it's available yet for the live stream from your Android. So I'm probably going to Periscope it and hopefully try to upload the Periscopes to YouTube. But if anybody knows any way that I can live stream to YouTube, please tell me. All right. Prefer to live stream directly to my YouTubers, to my YouTube people. So that's all I've got for today. Tomorrow's the day. We're flying out to LA. Sister's coming to keep the kids in the house, taking care of everything. Very excited, feeling outrageously excited. So I want to say thank you to the Ancestry people who invited us to do this. And I want to say thank you for the trip to LA in advance. And thank you for this amazing experience. I'm so excited. I'm such a huge fan of Ancestry anyway. I would do this even if Bill wasn't related to Marilyn Monroe. I guess you probably wouldn't be as interested then. But I am super excited. So this is a mystery that has been 12 years in the solving for me, 43 years, 44 years in the in the in the pipeline for him. He's 44. Just turned 44 on June 6th, and I guess it's 15 years we've been together, about 12 years where I've been actively searching, and probably 4 or 5 years I've been on Ancestry, maybe longer, I don't even know anymore. But this is it. This is where we are. So, if you were dealing with an adoption situation that's weird, I just want to tell you that, if we can find someone that's related to this man and we think we found his father, we're hopefully going to find out the results of the test soon. I mean, anything can happen. And once again, I just want to say one more time, if anybody tells you that you can't do something, just do it anyway. Because look, I again, people told me repeatedly when I first started to do the search, you're never going to find those people. I talked to people, professionals. I talked to people from all over the place, and I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do. There's no paperwork, and even with the DNA, it was iffy. But you know what? I just kept at it, and I found it. I even had people who actually, literally, tried to steer me in the wrong direction for whatever reason. I think it was some weird jealousy issues with family members that we don't even know. But there were weird things happening. So. Doesn't matter anymore. And today, everything is fabulous. We're going to find out the truth, and hopefully, we're going to have a lot of fun making a commercial about it. So, if you have questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments. I'm probably not going to have as much time to post this week as usual, which is very disappointing for me, but I hope to be periscoping, and you can find me at Periscope at Angie Atkinson. And if you do follow me in Periscope, I'd appreciate it. If not, I will try to upload videos here as well. All right. Thank you so much for listening. And again, I'm sorry if this type of video isn't your thing. I will be back to making my narcissism videos by Friday. But until then, check out queenbeing.com for that kind of stuff, and check out Atkinson.online for more information about our adoption story, and stay tuned to this channel for updates for the next few days because I'll be there through Friday. All right, thanks everybody. Have a fabulous week. Bye.